All right. Welcome, Stacey. Thank you so much for being on our Spotlight series with the Best of Utah Pelvic Health. Stacey is the owner of the Utah Birthplace. It's a networking birth center and it offers a variety of many different services from one birth center. She is a certified postpartum doula, childbirth educator, and breastfeeding support person. Um, she has been doing this for about 6 years now and has three kids of her own with her husband of 17 years. Last year, she opened the Utah Birthplace in Provo, Utah, and wanted to create a space where families could come and get resources and education on birth and postpartum all in one place. In addition to their beautiful birth suite, they hold mindfully prepared birth education classes, a lending library, essential oils, and other classes and events. Maternal massage, and now the lactation collection is now in their building. The lactation collection also holds free breastfeeding support groups twice a month. And the best part about the birth suite is that you can bring any home birth midwife you are most comfortable with to it. The childbirth education classes are also included in the price of the birth suite. She would love for you to come and take a tour whenever and to see what they have to offer. So thank you so much, Stacey, for being here with us on this Spotlight series. Let's jump into the first question right off the bat is what made you decide to be a birth worker and to open this wonderful place?
Yeah. So I became a birth worker after after having my kids, but really it sparked after I gave birth to my oldest. She's now 15, and I just realized how unprepared we actually were, even though we took birth classes and things through the hospital. There were a lot of things that I wish I would have known. I wish I would have had more like a support, like a doula or something. I didn't know what a doula was when I had my oldest. And so since then, I've been doing a lot in birth work. I waited until after my youngest went to school full time so that I could really focus on that and be available at all the time, all the hours of the day for doula work. And I absolutely love it. I opened the Utah Birthplace because I just had a lot of clients that were not aware of a lot of different services available to them. And also they were all spread out. And sometimes I had clients that really loved a midwife but didn't love the birth center, or really loved the birth center but not the midwife that worked there. And so I thought, why not have a space where anybody could come, and also where all of the home birth midwives were able to offer their clients an extra little incentive for them as well, to be able to offer a birth center without owning one. Um, and I really love the idea of having things available, making it a one-stop shop for birth, postpartum, more of a community center so people could come to all the events and things like that and really, really build their village that way.
Love that. That's amazing. What do you feel like makes you different? Obviously, you hit on a couple of those things with like the ability to come in and utilize the space, even if it's not your own. Tell us more about what's different about you guys.
Yeah, I think having the space available for any home birth midwife, so you can pick definitely who you are really comfortable with, the team that you really want around you, and then just come and be able to give birth in a really beautiful space. I loved that idea of having all of that available. I love that the lactation collection, the free breastfeeding support groups have been amazing, and there's a lot of moms who have benefited from that. And I really love having that as an option. Maternal massage, the massages were my favorite thing ever when I was pregnant. Being able to lay on your stomach is a huge deal with all of that. And so I just loved being able to offer things to my clients and to the community for birth, postpartum, any of the support that they're looking for that they need.
Amazing, amazing. Who would you say would be an ideal fit for you and your company?
Anybody that's looking for that home birth option, but maybe doesn't have the space. We are located in Provo. There are a lot of students. And so that's nice because they aren't usually like own a home. And sometimes your landlord won't let you give birth at home, or you have an apartment, there's not really a lot of room. And a lot of people don't think about like, I would not want to, I would feel like I would have to host if people were in my home. And so a lot of moms feel that when they are giving birth, that maybe they have to take care of everybody and offer things and tell everybody they can help themselves to things and make sure that the space is clean. And that's stuff that you shouldn't be worried about when you're in labor and giving birth. That's not what to focus on. So I loved that option. And so it's a really good option for people that don't have the space, that don't, want a home birth experience, but maybe feel more comfortable in a birth center and really want that to make that space. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. And then what does the process look like to work with you through that, whether it's the education classes, dueling, or having someone utilize the birth center space?
Yeah. So you just contact us and let us know if you want, if you can want to come in and do a tour of the birth space. I've had clients want come through me to find a midwife. I do offer, like on our website, there is a questionnaire to fill out. I reach out to you and find midwives that are close to you that are fit what you're looking for, and then send you all their information so that you can interview them. And same with doulas. If you ever like came in and we're looking for doulas, I can help figure out what doula might fit your needs the best, and send you their information so that you can consult with them. And then, or I've had midwives reach out to me as well and say that their clients want to use the space. And so either way, you can figure out how to work with me and work in the space.
Amazing, amazing. Okay, give us a little bit of your clinical ethos through what does recovery look like from like pregnancy to postpartum? What does that mean to you?
Um, I felt like I did not have resources or was not helped through my postpartum.
Mhm.
And that's been a huge thing for me. I was not um, given any resources. I went to my OB at my 6-week appointment crying because I was bleeding. My nipples were bleeding and chapped, and I didn't know what to do or where to go. And her advice was to go to IFA and buy udder cream for cows. And I cried, and I was like, there was no, like, you should see a lactation specialist. You should, I think a lot in our society, there's a lot about moms getting up and getting back to their old self and getting their body back and being back at work. And those are things that you shouldn't do right after birth. There's a lot going on in your body and you need time to recover. And so I think that's a big thing. I always try to tell people, if somebody had a wound on the outside of their body the size of a dinner plate, you wouldn't expect them to be doing those things. But because you can't see it with a woman after they give birth, then people don't give them that time to recover.
Yeah, absolutely. What's something that most people don't know that you think that they should know about your services, your practice, everything like that?
Um, Probably, I love that the birth education classes are included in the price of the birth suite, but you can also just come and take those birth classes. Um, they're taught by another doula that I work with, Shaylee. She's amazing. I also teach the classes. Um, it took me a long time to find what class I really wanted to teach, because again, I had clients that were prepared in a certain way for birth, and then things changed, and they felt very unprepared, and then it was kind of traumatic for them. And so I love the mindfully prepared birth classes because we do cover all of the options. There is, like, we go over hospital birth, home birth, things like that, because there are a lot of the things you can do during any birthing scenario. We do also have a class that's specifically for C-sections. So I really love that that's something different that we offer.
Amazing. Okay. Is there anything special you want to promote to the audience who's watching about any of your services that you have going on?
Definitely the mindfully prepared birth classes. The next class starts in January, the next like series. And then just to watch out, I will be offering a Saturday class that's kind of a shorter, just a 1 day class, where it's a lot of review kind of things for second time parents, or people that maybe don't have the time to do a 5 week course of a class that will also be available.
Amazing. Awesome. And then what's the main thing that you want to be known for?
Oh, um, probably just like uh the beautiful space to give birth, I think, is a huge one. I love the space. I love the room. Um, the energy is amazing, but also just the idea that you can come and find your community, your village here. You can come and get information on if we don't offer the services, where to go and really get that a guided um, experience through birth and postpartum.
Amazing. Okay. Where can we find you? Website, social media, all the things.
Everything is the Utah Birthplace, the utahbirthplace.com, and then the Utah Birthplace at Gmail, and all social media is the Utah Birthplace.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Stacey, for all that you do in our community here in the birth world and continue to keep on.
Thank you.